So I wonder why I feel pain when the rain fall from the sky. That's all my partner tears making heaven cry. Sent you a message when the pigeons fly. Goodbye, listen to the reverend. Reach about a legend 24/7. I'm missing you in my presence, you will never die. I wipe my eye while the quiet sing a lullaby. So some respect we apply in a suit and tie. This was a lie, I can't deny. Sin is believing, I had to accept you no longer breathing. I bury you decent when I carry you reminiscing. Relive every memory is a reason. Different partner joining Jesus every season. Leaving me grieving in morning. Call home either evening, night, evening, or morning. And be gone with no warning. We born to feel leaving. This world is a blessing, no less than a curse. The pain never lasts, and I'm strong, but it hurt. Won't be the last time I visit my homie in the church. Touch a casket. Remember you laughing, dark glasses with a witness your hearse. Witness your bundle of flowers around a hole in the dirt. Witness your picture on the shirt, and I'm asking to witness many more days on this earth. What could be worse? I'll be the first in this fashion. Tell you with passion. How bad did it hurt? How bad did it hurt? How bad did it hurt to just breathe, breathe, breathe for all of my partners, for all of my partners. No, I haven't forgot you. No, I haven't forgot you. Breathe, breathe, breathe for all of my partners.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's Ricochet, man, coming back at you, man, and I'm hoping everybody having a blessed and wonderful, prosperous day. Um, just to kind of touch you up with what we discussed last vlog. Um, I'm kind of going through the process of buying a vehicle with Prime, right? I went through the process of going through Pedigree, and I wanted to talk through some of the things that I was able to do and how that process worked. Um, if you know, I was originally getting that Kentworth, uh, this truck right here, this Kentworth, and some things happened. And I ended up taking another route where I didn't get this truck. And ultimately, I feel that it was the best thing that I could have ever done, or the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because if you looked at my last blog, I did mention that I was trying to buy this truck from a dealership and get this truck brought on to Prime. Prime approved me to bring this truck, but it just didn't work out. So I took another route. I went and seen this guy, JR. If you're thinking about getting a truck from Pedigree, I highly recommend you go speak to JR, man. This guy was very professional. Um, he went above and beyond to do what I thought might have been impossible. He made it look easy, man. This the guy that sold me the truck from Prime. Um, I just walked into his office, and he was sitting right there at the front desk, and he was like, "Hey, man, how can I help you?" And I began to tell him my situation with the Kentworth, and he immediately got to work, man. He started pulling up trucks that they had available and different things, and I told him, what route I wanted to take. I told him I didn't want to lease a truck. I didn't want no truck payments. And he almost fell out of his seat. He was like, really? And I was like, yeah, man, I'm ready just to buy a truck. I got a budget for it already. And I need to see what trucks you got, And I told him everything I wanted in my truck: digital dash, navigation, different things like that, man. And he began to start searching all of Prime's trucks at every terminal, looking for something that they had already had online that maybe was what I wanted. And you know, what he did is he put a spreadsheet together, and he went and showed me what they had there at the yard in Springfield. And then he also showed me trucks that they did not even have posted and listed yet. And he went above and beyond to find the truck that I wanted. He gave me an option of about 8 trucks that Prime had that was right around the miles that I wanted, had all of the amenities that I wanted in the truck. It's a little different than building your own truck, but a lot of truck drivers build these trucks, man, to their liking. And for my first truck, I kind of already knew what I wanted. And this guy here, JR, man, he went above and beyond to make it happen, and I'm very pleased with his performance in it, man. He's very professional, like I say. Give him a call if you're thinking about buying a truck or leasing a truck through Prime Pedigree. I mean, uh, this guy will take care of you. And he didn't beat around the bush. He told me what'll work, what would work, what wouldn't work. He pretty much, if I had any questions or anything that was an issue with the truck that I select, he was gonna make it right. He told me that right off the top, man. And then he started crunching numbers and he started looking at different things. And then uh, he started giving me different trucks to go look at. You know, he was pointing me in the direction to go check the trucks out. Told me I could kind of drive them around the yard, see if I like them. If I didn't like the truck, he was gonna go back to the drawing board. So he gave me like 7 trucks to look at that was there in Springfield. I did not want to have to wait and look at trucks that was maybe at the other terminals. I was trying to find something swiftly. Of course, had to I had to get to the house, man. And the day that I went and talked to him was the day that Kenworth was supposed to make it to Springfield, and they had some technical difficulties. The company, the dealership that I was going through. So I was like, you know what, man? I'm just gonna deal with this company here. I'm gonna bypass all of the background, looking at the credit checks and all of that, and I'm gonna just go through Prime and get a truck through Pedigree and just right out buy it. And that's what led me to looking and finding the truck that I have now. And most of the trucks, man, that he sent me to, man, all of them look pretty good. Um, there were some pretty nice looking trucks. All of them had what I needed. Um, he gave me seven different options of trucks that they had there on the yard. And of course, these trucks were used. They had different mileage on them. Uh, the least amount of miles, the more the price tag would be. If it had 290,000 miles, it was going to be a little bit more less expensive than the truck that I had. But all of these trucks was in tip top shape. Um, all these trucks was real good, and he gave me an option from Freightliner, Peterbilt. I think there was a couple of Volvos that was out there, but of course I wanted a Peterbilt. Since I couldn't have a Kenworth, I wanted a Peterbilt. It was what I wanted, and people say, "Oh, Peterbilt's this and that, Peterbilt's this and that, and they break down and this and that." Man, all these trucks break down. So I really wasn't concerned about that because these trucks that I was looking at all had warranties, still had a lot of miles and warranties. So it wasn't like I was buying lemons. Some broke down, the warranty was going to cover it pretty much to the extent that it wasn't going to be coming out of pocket. So I wasn't really worried about that much. Um, but yeah, man. So I looked and looked around the yard. And then once I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and made a selection of what truck I wanted, uh, I had to put down $1,000 down payment. And that was to ensure that no one else could purchase that truck while that truck goes through paint and body, while it goes through maintenance, while it goes through all of the requirements that Pedigree has, uh, that each truck has to go through before it can be sold. Everything is checked top to bottom. The engine, filters, airbags. They put new tires on it, new refrigerator in it. Anything that could possibly happen to a truck uh, at a truck shop, they did it. Oil change. They did everything that they could possibly do to the truck to make sure that when I took over and took that truck and signed that paperwork for that truck was going to be ready to go. And I was appreciative of that. The truck that I did select, uh, it was it was the one that kept getting, it just kept catching my eye. For whatever reason, I felt that this truck that I ended up getting was the best deal out of all the ones that I could have possibly got out of the other six that he gave me to choose from. But of course, you know, once I did take over and take possession of the truck, I did find other things that I felt that could have been fixed on it, and it wasn't no problem with it. You know, I told them, hey, I need this bumper right here. I don't like how this bumper look, man. They put a new bumper on it, brand new bumper, you know. So I ain't gonna say it was a brand new bumper, but they changed the bumper that was on it, or did something to the bumper to where it was no longer uh, the bumper that I originally saw that was on the truck. You know, the bumper I saw had a little bit of rust on it, and you know, of course, these are used trucks, so they're gonna have some wear and tear on them. But nothing was major to the point to where it was a deterrence. And it felt good being able to select the truck in person, in the flesh, being able to actually see it with my own eyes. Because the truck that I was buying, the Kenworth, I was basically buying it online and was going to be able to see that truck um, for the first time once they transported it to Springfield. That was my dumb ass because I should have known never just buy a truck without looking at it first, testing it, touching it, and that's just God working, man. He prevented me from making a stupid mistake, stepping in a pothole. That's why I feel that you know, by me not being able to get that Kenworth, it was just a blessing in disguise. So I pulled the trigger, man, and I selected this gray Peterbilt. Um, this truck was so clean in the inside. Out of all the trucks that I looked at, this one was very well maintained. It looked really clean. Didn't have a lot of damage or nothing. Like the only thing I didn't like about it was the seats. It had some cloth seats in there, some brand new cloth seats. So they must have took the leather seats out and put some new cloth seats in it. But I selected that truck, man, and what Prime did is they send it. I had to wait for about a week and a half before I could take possession of the truck because after it went through the maintenance and all of the checks for me being able to go ahead and take possession of the truck, they had to send the truck to what's called stripes and stuff. And this place here is I guess it's a business, a local business there in Springfield that Prime has a contract with, or they work together. And this place puts all of Prime's DOT numbers and different things on the trucks, you know. And it also gives lease operators and owner operators, lease purchasers, or people who buy trucks from Prime to be able to uh, design and put their touch on the truck as far as logos and um, different type of pictures and creativity on the truck to make the truck yours. So before I could take the truck, it had to go to stripes and stuff. So that was part of the wait as far as why I was not able to take the possession of the truck immediately. It all worked out pretty well anyway, because at the time that my truck was at stripes and stuff, I was at home waiting because I had lost my CDL and my whole wallet, you know, so I was on home time anyway, so it wasn't no big deal. And I was just excited, man, that, you know, I put the 1,000 down, went home, waited a few days for them to tell me that my truck was ready, and then it was only up from there. What's up with it, everybody? Ricochet, man, coming back at you with another vlog. Today, October 21st, Monday. So I'm hoping everybody have a blessed and wonderful, prosperous day today, night, evening, whatever time you may be viewing this little connection with you guys. I'm just back over here in my happy place, man. I come to my park every day, walk me a couple miles. That's what I'm doing right now. And shout out to y'all as I walk, you know. But yeah, man, I got about 3 days before I go. I think I'm gonna leave. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave Thursday or Friday. My truck will be ready tomorrow, and I gotta get a rental car, well, a SUV, a van. Or if I can't do that, then I have to get one of them small U-Hauls, which I'm hoping I don't have to get a U-Haul. I'd rather have to drive to Springfield in something that's more comfortable than a U-Haul, you know. Taking a bunch of my stuff that I'm gonna put in my truck. So I gotta have a lot of room. Got a lot of bags. I got I'm taking out my front seats and putting in my other seats, my new ones that I bought. Bought me some badass comfortable seats because they came with some bullshit ass cloth seats in my truck that they took the ones out that was already in there because they was torn and stuff like that, and they put some little cloth type seats in there. But the problem, I would have kept them and put a seat cover over them, but the problem is that the driver's side don't have two armrests, man, and I gotta have both armrests when I'm rolling. I gotta have an armrest on both sides of my seat, and it only have an armrest on the right side. I need one on the left side. I'll only be leaning on the door, you know. And I gotta have that armrest, man, because it's more comfortable when you just rolling. You can hold that wheel a certain kind of way, and you know, keep your truck in the lane. That's what I found to become more efficient and more easier for me to do. So all the trucks that I've drove, that's been more of a better feel for me while I'm rolling. So I had to go invest in some seats, which shit, the motherfucking seats, they cost me like $900 a piece, but they're well worth it, man. They got all the buttons, all the functions, and the lumbar supports, and the memory, and they nice. They pretty nice. They call Pinnacle seats. They top of the line air type seat, so gives you a good ride, a good feel. You're gonna be sitting in that truck for a while, so you know, 8-9 hours, sometime longer, and you don't want to end up having some kind of back support issues or something like that. You want to be able to be comfortable while you're rolling, you know. And that's just me listening to some of the people I'm subscribed to, and you know, here and there, and some of the truck drivers that I know. A lot of them get little seat pads, and which that still may be an option, but a lot of them get seat pads and different things that they put on their seats in order to stay comfortable. I haven't driven the truck with a seat pad as of yet, so we'll see, man. I might invest in one and see how that go, depending on once I get these seats in there and see how they feel, you know. But other than that, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the next few days, man. The next few days is gonna be a whole lot of moving and grooving for me, man. I'm looking forward to it. One, like I say, I can't stress how excited I am about it. The hardest part is having to leave home. That's the hardest part, man, to go back over the road. That's the hardest part about this job, man, when you come home and then you have to leave. You know, you come home and then you have to leave, and once you leave, you know, it might be weeks before you get to come back home. So I think that's the hardest part for me right now, and I said I was mentally prepared to do that for at least a year. I have to get the experience that I want. That way, I get that experience, I'll be able to have more options if something local comes up, something regional comes up, and if I find a better opportunity. As of right now, I'm not in no way, shape, or form thinking of not sticking with the company I'm at. So far, so good. I enjoy the company. I enjoy the atmosphere around the company. Like I say, I'm not going into this struggling. So, I'm going into this as a business owner already, going into this with a whole different mindset. So some of the struggles and different scenarios and situations others may have when they go into trucking, I'm bypassing a lot of that. It didn't make sense for me to get into a situation where I I start struggling. For me, I'm going into this so I can be successful. So the way I gotta be successful is set myself up for success, and that's in all practicality, that's the smartest move for me. Going to this thing, hitting the ground running, and then go from there. Iron the kinks out as I see them. If there's some kinks, find a way to iron them out. If there's not no kinks, find ways to build off of what I've already been able to accomplish and do. So that's for the most part. So yeah, man, my train of thought is a little focused, I guess. Forget a sun. That sun behind me might be blinding y'all a little bit. It's a beautiful day out here in Houston. It's not too hot, not too cool. It actually feels just right. But yeah, man, I've been looking at some of the YouTube subscribed videos that I'm subscribed to, and I pick up a lot of knowledge from a lot of what I hear a lot of these guys saying, and women. I look at their content and I think about if I was in those situations that they be in and stuff like that. There's a lot of opinionated material on YouTube, which everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody see things differently. Everybody has a situation that is basically catered to them and their experience and where they're at with their trucking career. So I only pick and choose things to take to heart. Some of the stuff that I hear, man, be a lot of jibber jabber. It be a lot of this old complaining and all of that. When I come across videos where people complaining about what they do, it questions and it begs for me to question. It's just begging me to question, why the fuck are you doing it if you don't like it? I mean, I've always been the type of person that in order for you to be successful, you got to enjoy your job, right? You got to enjoy your job. You can't think you're going to be successful at something and if it's something that you don't enjoy doing, right? Because then you're not going to attach to it and be able to, I guess the word would be be able to build off of it. The word would be able to build off of something if you don't like it. I mean, other people might have other ways of doing things. I get it. But at the same time, it makes absolutely no sense if I'm doing something that I'm dependent on to be able to be a support system for me and my family, and I don't enjoy doing it. Like, I gotta find something that I'm gonna enjoy to do. If I find something I'm gonna enjoy to do, then that means I'm gonna put more effort into doing it and being more detailed in order to be successful at it, you know? And like I say, everybody's situation is different. But when it comes to me personally, I don't forget where I come from, right? So I don't forget the things that I've had to overcome. I don't forget the things that I've had to endure. I don't forget the situations that I personally put myself in and had to learn the hard way around, getting myself up out of that, you know. So, you know, there's a lot of things that I'm very, very aware of when it comes to the path that I want to take. So, you know, I know what to get me in a situation. I know what to keep me out of a situation. I know what situations to avoid. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. So if you're gonna get a job, or if you're gonna open a business, or you're gonna invest in yourself in a certain aspect and expect to be able to be beneficial from that, you gotta do it to where it's something that you at least like or love. You know, an example would be, you know, if I wanted to open a business, and I go open a business that requires me to do something that I know damn well I don't want to do, eventually I'm going to waste money trying to get that business off the ground, because I'm going to end up not wanting to do it. And then I'm going to have to depend on other people to do it, and then I'm going to have to pay other people to do it, and then after paying other people to do it, is it going to be done right? Right? So I think that if I'm gonna open a business, you know, if I open let's just say a studio, right? I want to get as comfortable with being able to share what I got going on in here with not only all of the knowledge around what I need to do to make the business successful, but I want to have fun while doing it. So my previous job, I had fun doing it. It wasn't something that I didn't go to work every day at my previous job saying, oh, damn, gotta go to work. Yeah, it was ups and downs. But I look forward for those challenges every day, right? Like every day that I got up, it was a new day. We'll see what the day brings. If something came at me sideways, I was gonna have to try to combat it, you know? So, but ultimately, when I got off from work every day, I was thankful for having at least I was thankful for at least having the opportunity to have a good, solid paying job. So that was more or less what I was looking into. So it's just me chatting with you guys, man. And until then, I'll get back with you. I'll let y'all know how everything going. I look forward to being able to share more of this content with you as I grow in my new career. And my content is gonna change. These first few videos, man, is just me walking and talking about what I got going on. The next few videos, once I get going, it's gonna be me actually doing the job, doing the work. Just showing you my experiences as I go. I told you I'm gonna take you along with me, and I'm gonna take you along with me. So the good, the bad, the ugly, the wins, the losses, whatever I go through, I'm gonna show it to you. So until then, man, ace deuces.